Alright, man, what's good? Let's dive right into this shit. Um, Number one, the first thing you're going to do is going to be under your coaching adjustments. From here, you got a few things you can change on offense. We're not really going to play around with this too much until later on. I'll show you a few things here. Defense, if you press R1 or L1, you can go from defense to offense on either side of the ball. On defense, we're going to go ahead. We want auto flip off. You can also permanently turn this off in your main menu settings. I did that, that's why it was already off, but usually it's on. We're going to turn that off right away. Ball in air defense, I usually go by receiver. Option defense, we're going to go conservative. That way your AI will respond to a read option. They'll play the quarterback, as you can see. That way you can focus on getting the running back, and you have to worry about the quarterback breaking a big run. Our flats, normally I either put my normal cloud or hard flats to 5. Those are your blue zones. We'll be using those a lot, and I'll be showing you how to put those out on the field and where to use them, when to use them. So we're going to put those at 5 yards, so they'll play underneath. They'll watch drag routes, out routes, zig routes, flat routes from a running back, tight end, wide receiver. So they're going to pretty much take away the sideline and short when it comes to that style of play. So they're really helpful. We're going to set our curl flats. Those are purples, quarters. Curl flats, I think I already said that. Seam flats. Pretty much always be using curl flats on these 20 yards. 15 to 20 is usually the best. Cover corners. Occasionally a crossing route from a tight end. 25 if you get spam with crossers constantly, which we use a lot in our scheme, or in my scheme. So 25 is probably the best there. But for the most part, we're going to go 20 and roll with that just because of the way it guards corners, curl routes, everything else. I usually just leave hooks at default. Sometimes I'll put them at 10, 5. It's just kind of up to your discretion on how your opponent's playing. If they're putting a lot of hitches on the field, a lot of curl routes that you're not able to guard everything, or even slant routes, they'll kind of drop back and help you out in the middle and kind of between the hashes of the field. So they're really useful. I usually just leave those at default. And that's pretty much it for your defense. Let's hop right into offense. The formations we're going to use, and of course we're in this Las Vegas Oakland Raiders playbook. I'm still used to saying Oakland, but Las Vegas Raiders. We're going to go into trips tight end. The first thing you want to do here too, along with I-form close, which you have, it's pretty easy to find both. But we're going to set up some audibles. We're going to set up some things here. I'll screenshot you the 4 plays I like to have as my subs, just in case I want to change plays. To adjust to my opponent. Also I-form. I-form, I don't change any personnel. I'll be showing you personnel changes here in a second when it comes to trips tight end. But I-form, I'm just going to leave stock. I'm going to go ahead and switch L1 to power O. And to set your audibles for formation, find that formation. You can see down there it says L2. I'm going to go ahead and press L2 again. We're going to go to R1. I'm going to put halfback stretch in there. Square, I'm going to go ahead and put PA tight end leak. That's our cover 3 beater. We're going to leave halfback lead dive at triangle just because it's already there. It's a decent play. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this for you and send you this as well, just so you have it always a reference. But those are the main plays I like to have. And yeah, I would practice right away. This is the first thing you should do to get this quick, so you're not wasting timeouts. Or anything like that. Just get that under control where it's muscle memory and you're just setting them like I did. Like I did it without even thinking. It's already part of kind of my setup and what I'm doing. Personnel wise and trips tight end, we're going to leave Rodgers, we're going to leave the back the same. I'm going to go ahead and this slot receiver right here, Lazard. I'm going to go ahead and put a running back there. Let's go ahead and put Jamal Williams just because he's a little bit better, higher overall, a little more speed. Devontae Adams spot, I'm going to put Scalding, and I'm going to put Devontae Adams right here. Why? Because of his abilities. He has that route tech, and it's just going to do everything for you. In this spot, he's your most important piece of your offense. I mean, you can use any team. I prefer the Packers because of two abilities. That's Gunslinger on Rodgers and Devontae Adams Route Tech, which breaks man. He's a great player. I mean, he's fast. He runs the best routes probably in the game. When it comes to regs, Rodgers has the best release in the game. He gets that ball out quicker out of anyone. Gunslinger just makes it that much better. When you're playing without Gunslinger, the ball tends to float. You're not getting that good trajectory, fast passes. I mean, Gunslinger it makes a difference, and that's why you always see me use the Packers. That's why you'll see any comp player use the Packers. It's just because of how good Aaron Rodgers is and that Gunslinger. But that's the personnel right there. Screw it, I'm just go ahead and screenshot this one for you too. Just so you can kind of get used to that. But that's the first thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to click into it. I'm not going to pick a play yet, and I'm going to do the same thing I did in iForm. Click L2. We're going to set square. I'm going to set square to double sail. I'm going to set L1 to curl flat, and I'm going to set R1 to PA counter go. And those are the main plays I go with. Go ahead and give you a screenshot of that as well. But yeah, these are the main plays. This is pretty much the whole offense right here. And I'm going to start going through some route combos, some concepts, what I'm looking for defense to defense. I think I picked offense only. I thought I picked the defense. We'll see. There should be a defense. Let's go ahead and go into PA counter go. Yeah, I picked the defense. I'm just going to call stock cover 3. There's no big nickel. That's fine. Let's just go into... Let's go into dime. That way I can show you the weak box. We're just going to go into a cover 3 lock. Why not? Alright, so as you can see, this is a play stock. I'm usually never going to run a play stock unless I'm trying to quick snap my opponent. If I know they're in a defense that's pretty bad, that I can just torch real quick with the routes on the field. But that's not what we're going to do, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to streak Tunyon, right? Okay, that's going to be the clear out for the crossing route. Okay, right now we're seeing zone, and I'm seeing zone, so I'm going to go ahead and look for that crossing route. If it's not being user guarded, if it is, my first read's always going to be a short check down. I'm always going to give myself that option on the field. And I'm going to start giving you some route combos here. Usually I'll block the back. I'm going to go ahead and block them here. But we're going to put Scalding in a smoke screen. Now, to do hot routes, we're going to tap triangle, sorry. The icon's going to pop up what receiver you want a hot route. For Scalding, that was square. Smoke screen is R2. Boom, he's there. Done. Alright, that's his route. Tanyan was triangle X, left stick up, streak, boom, he's done. He's our clear out. I mean, we can look for him on a quick read. Up the seam, you know, that can get open, sure. It's not usually my first read, but sometimes it is if my opponent is playing some of my routes pretty hard. But that can get open. Primarily what we're looking for here is also drag Williams. So there's a route combo right there. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that. Can I not screenshot that? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that with my phone for you, and I'll send that to you as well. So yeah, that's pretty much our first play out right there. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Against most players, it's going to beat it. Also, if you click circle over, and we're going to click over to Williams, I'll also motion him over. And motion snap. Now, motion snapping is I'm going to let him get pretty much past the tight end and then snap it and run the play from there. And what that's going to do, it's usually, it just helps the route. It helps him run it. If they're in man, it helps break it because it's going to bring the guy that's manned up to him far out. I'll show you that in a little bit. And he'll break man a lot easier. But here's a stock play. It's cover 3. No adjustments. You're going to see this a lot just because of the league we're in. And you'll see it typically with a lot of players too. So we'll go ahead and snap it. We're looking for, obviously, Devontae Adams. Boom, he's open. No zones. If the user's not guarding it, that's open every time. Pretty simple read. We're going to run that same play again. Block the back. Blocking the running back is just triangle the running back's icon and R2. Boom, done. Just like that. Now this time, let's say Devontae Adams covered. He's probably not, just because I'm playing against AI, but let's just say he is, right? Okay, we can just hit square here real quick, get a nice few 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. But the biggest thing is we want to watch this. We want to watch this flat over here on either side, on the left or the right, right? If we see that flat dropping way back, then hey, we know we can just hit this right away. Boom, get some yards. Because a lot of people will set zone drops, but some won't. And the zone drops is pretty much what I showed you in the beginning when it comes to our coaching adjustments. So yeah, if someone sets that, you can kind of watch their flat. If they start dropping back, there's no other flat there, then you know that's an easy read. It's easy yards, right? Okay, so you know just every time easy yards, pretty simple. You can also hit the drag there. So that's that play. I mean that's pretty simple. I mean, there's a few other things you can do. You can put the running back in a route. You can put them. I mean, there's different things you can do. You can see what I'm doing here. You can take screenshots for yourself. But that's going to be pretty much it when it comes to this formation and play. Let's go ahead and show you curl flat. Curl flat, I'll run against zone, I'll run it against man. But what you're going to see is when we smart route Tunyon, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the smart routed corner. Now, it shortens the route a little bit. He's just going to run a little bit better. He's going to get a little more open towards the sideline as opposed to the normal one, which would run deeper. It would run into that deep zone, and it's just not preferable, right? And this play, just like that, we can leave stock. Now, to smart route Tunyon, triangle X, R1. Boom, done. You can smart route posts, corners, curls, in routes, out routes. Certain routes you can't, and if it doesn't smart route, pretty much it won't respond to you pressing R1, and that's pretty much how you know that you can't smart route a play. And smart route is basically, it's going to take those type of routes and make it to where it gets to the first down marker. So if you had an in route on 2nd and 40, that in route would go all the way up 40 yards to the first down marker. It's pretty useful. We used to do low point in routes a lot back in the day. It was an easy way to get it. Not easy, but you know, it's a way to get to that first down marker on those really deep plays. But this play we can just run like this, stock, boom. Pretty much everything else is set. What this triangle route here is doing is it's going to pull that flat, and it's going to leave the curl flat open on the left side. So there's a read right there. If that curl flat is playing deep, just like on the smoke screen, he's going to be there. He's going to be open because the flat's going to drop. So read that. That's your first read. If that's not open, look for the tight end. Look for Adams. You could hit Adams over the middle with a low point, and a low point pass is just L2 and the receiver's icon. Really simple, really easy, but effective. If all those things are covered, Aaron Jones is going to come out a few seconds later, and he's going to be on that angle route. Angle routes are really good this year. And you can also hit that over the middle. So you just got a lot of things going on. I'll go ahead and show you this play art as well. Really simple. It's pretty much stock. It's a great play. So I'm going to go ahead and run it for you, like I said. Look at that. He's covered. He's covered. I just took a sack because I wasn't making reads. I'm talking too much. But go back to it here. So yeah, if your left side's covered, boom. Yeah, it's covered. Okay, we can just hit Aaron Jones over the middle. Get some good yards right there. I think I also had the tight end open. Like I said, just stock cover 3. That corner out will also toast man with a good tight end. I think Tanyon's just a little too slow, but he can burn some guys. But we can go ahead and come over here, lead pass that to the sideline. We're gonna catch that possession at boom, good 20-25 yards there. And especially with more space, you're gonna be making bank. Other than that, a lot of the same concepts. I'll send you more screenshots and pictures of the different route combos I'll do with this play, but overall it's pretty much the same as any other play when it comes to our checkdowns. We always want to give ourselves that safety valve on a play because, you know, if their opponent's defense is good, they're going to be covering those deep routes. They're usually going to leave underneath open. You want to have yourself those kind of routes so that you're not putting yourself in a pinch by only having deep routes, and then you're either forcing something, you're throwing it away, you're taking a sack, you're just putting yourself in a bad situation. So you want to give yourself those kind of routes, all right? Pretty simple, nothing crazy. We'll do it again. Show you the Adams route over the middle. Even with that zone right there, boom, over the linebacker. Normally there won't be a zone there, that'll be the user, so boom. Good 20 yards, it's a good throw. But it's just all about making your reads. Get comfortable with these plays. Get comfortable with what they get open over what coverages. Cover 3, you can attack the sidelines a lot of the time. The middle where the user would be, because he's taking away one of those hook curls. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you gotta practice. You gotta have patience. You can't give up on yourself. You gotta have that patience and mentality of just practicing it. Get to the point where you're comfortable with the reads and you're comfortable with the play. I didn't mean to flip that. We're gonna hop into curl fight again. I'll show you a couple of different route concepts I like to do. Alright. And so, like I said, I drag and motion that over, put a smoke screen. Like I said, pretty simple, pretty basic, same stuff, nothing new here. You can also put him on a curl, and what that does is that smoke screen will pull that zone down, and we can just low point that right into there. L2, receiver's icon, boom, low point. Easy money on curl routes, okay? So let me just get pictures of those route combos for you real quick. Pretty simple stuff there. Pretty simple, like I said, nothing crazy. Also, what you can do, I'll show you this. Put Jamal in a flat. And do that. Just triangle. Jamal's icon. L2. Boom. He's in a flat. We're actually going to motion him over. Here's another route combo I like. Why? Because we have 2 flats on both sides. I'm going to talk about double mabling a lot. If they're double mabled, that's basically having the 2 flats with 2 different zone drops, one short, one deep. If they're not double mabling both sides, you're going to have one of these guys open on either side, right? And if not, if they're covered, they're going to bring that zone down. And what that's going to do, and I'll show you here, is that's going to leave Tunyon wide open. I guess I called man, but if there was a flat there, it would pull it down, leave Tunyon open, boom, easy read. Like I said, it's all about reads. It's all about getting comfortable with those. That's those plays. I'm going to go ahead and call another timeout. I'm going to show you double sail. Double sail is my big man beater. I'll also show you the zone setup of how I like to use it. But it's going to be a smart route. And we'll really talk about smart routes here. Let's call something... Let's call this, right? Cover 1. A lot of people are going to run this against you. A lot of people are going to run just straight man blitzes, okay? Sorry. Now, the running back route's very good. It's a good first read, right? We could just hike it, throw it to him instantly, boom, good 5-10 plus yards. If he breaks a tackle, then we're really in business, right? So that's a good first read, but here's where it gets great. Okay, now I'm going to talk about smart routing again. Now, smart routing, these routes, these 2 corner routes on Devontae and Tunyon, you can't do them to the same effect past 15 yards, right? So you need to be at like a 1st to 15, 1st and 10, 1st and 5. The shorter the distance you get to the first down marker, the better the route's going to get because of the shorter cut you get. The shorter cut's going to get you that separation. Devontae's going to get the most separation because of that route tech. He's going to absolutely destroy man. He's going to be open. That's the reason I was torching this guy. I was getting touchdowns constantly. So when you smart route, I don't know if you can see the difference in the route. So there's the routes normal. I'm going to smart route both of them. You can just see the difference of how much shorter they are. They're going to get that good cut, that good animation. I mean, you could run this play just like this against anyone running man, and you're going to have wide open routes, whether it's the in routes, the corner routes. But I like to give myself more options. I'm usually always going to put Valdez Scalding that slot. I'm just going to put him in smoke screen, take him out of the play. I don't want too many routes taking up the field and kind of getting in each other's way. I just want those few really good routes that I know are going to get open and I can rely on against man. Now, the reason I can tell man is look at all these corners. All the corners are lined up above my receivers. If it was a regular play, baseline, even without a baseline, you'd have a corner on the right side of the field. You can see the right side of the field naked. There's no one there. It's a good sign that it's man coverage. Call this play. You're going to smoke them over the top almost all the time. But yeah, so this right here would be my base call for this play. Easy setup, easy, simple. I'll get you that one sent. Okay, easy money, right? I'm gonna snap it, boom. Devontae's gonna get open. I'm gonna lob it, lead it upfield, touchdown, right? If the user's on that deep third, there's no one there. You're gone, right? And that's how I was destroying this guy. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The other way I like to run it is same stuff, same adjustments there. Smart routing, and I'm gonna put Williams in a slant. Okay, easy, simple. That's my other setup for that. Great man beating stuff there. Just really simple, really easy. Like I said, Tanya's gonna get boxed. If the other corner's boxed, boom, we have that. We have that slant for days. It's open. If he's not user guarding it, then he's leaving your other stuff open. Like I said, it's all about making reads, watching the user, watching the defense, watching the coverage, just getting used to reading that stuff and what gets open. Okay. So, yeah, I mean that's gonna get open against man 100% of the time, pretty much. Alright, so that's pretty simple, pretty easy. The other way I'm going to do it, really simple. This is my last one I'm going to show you against man, then I'll show you how I like to run this against zone and exactly what I'll do. Okay, go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to motion him over. We're going to motion snap him. I'll send you the picture where I'm actually going to snap it. It'll be about right there. Let's see, I'm actually going to send him back real quick. I'll take one more picture and then I'll snap it and I'll show you how open it gets. Also, you can tell it's man when the corner follows you when you motion over, kind of what I was saying earlier, but now you can actually kind of see what's going on with that. So yeah, I would snap it about right there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and snap it. I mean, he's open. Boom, easy yards. This guy doesn't even have good route running. It's just the routes. You know, you got to play man to the way it is. I mean, that's it. Those are my best. That's my best man play. Really simple, really easy money, really easy way to beat someone. Just destroy their man coverage. They'll probably be out of man before you can call the next play. I mean, and sometimes they won't, man. Sometimes they'll just give it up to you, and it's too easy. Let's go ahead and we're going to call zone. I'm going to call cover 2 look. Okay, so cover 2 is easy to recognize. You got the 2 corners on the outsides, the 2 safeties deep. It's either cover 4 or cover 2, right? So by noticing that, same thing, we're always going to smart route these corners. As long as we're in position to smart route them, we're going to smart route them. We're going to streak Jamal Williams. Or put Scalding in a smoke screen. Boom, done, easy. By now, you should figure out how to make those hot routes, make those audibles, make those changes. That's pretty much how I run this against zone. Go ahead and get you a picture of that out. And I'm going to go ahead and run this play and show you how I run it, okay? I'm going to wait a little bit. We're going to go ahead and roll out to the left. If I don't get sacked. And Devontae Adams is just open. That was a little late. Okay, that wasn't a good example. I'll go ahead and run that back one more time for you. Alright. Boom, 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 done. Boom, easy. Go ahead and roll out. He's open, throw it. Boom. Easy yards every time. If they don't user guard it, you should have that every time on that play. And if it's not open, if they have a flag guarding it, you should have the check down to Scalding in the smoke screen. Okay? Pretty simple stuff. Now, when you're calling your trips tight end, always pay attention to what hash mark you're on. And it'll show you here in the play art. You can see where you are in the hash marks. Right now I'm centered, but it would show you left or right. You always want to flip your trips with R2. Flip your wide receiver side to the short side to where they're running to the strong side. For zone, okay? For zone. For man, you want to flip it to the strong side. You want your receivers to have more space on that corner route. You want Devontae to have space so he can burn him and you can lead that pass and you can make that throw. If he doesn't have as much space, it's probably just going to be a possession catch to the sideline for 20, 30 yards. But if you give him that space by putting the trips on the strong side, you're going to have a touchdown. Okay, I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Let's go ahead and respot this ball. Okay, I can't respot the ball without calling a timeout. Let's just go ahead and call the play. I'll call it against man again, just so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and respot this ball. Okay. So now the ball's on the right hash. We're going to put the trips on the left side. That way Devontae has that space. If it was zone, we flip it the other way. We want the trips. So basically, we want the trips on the far side for man, trips on the short side for zone, right? And it's just up to you to take advantage of that, right? And notice that and make that read. No, he's going to be open, man. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. He's gone. Really bad animation. Madden for you right there, but he's gone. Like, that's a touchdown. You're not stopping. I'm not going to do any other adjustment. I just want to show you just how gone he is, and that's a touchdown to replay. We'll get into stop and go a little bit later, even though it's a little taste of it. That's it. I mean, that's that play right there. I mean, it's so great against man. It's one of my favorite plays in regs. If anyone runs man, I'm destroying them with that play. Like, they're not stopping me unless they can guard the whole field, and they're not. Okay, last play I'm going to show you. Let's see. I showed you curl flat. I showed you that. Oh, I'm going to show you how to beat man out of PA counter go as well. That'll be the last thing, and then I'll show you I form close. Go back in 1-4-6. Just call cover 1. Boom, easy done. So what I'm going to do against man here, I'm pretty much always going to put scalding and smoke screen. Smoke screen or a curl flat man. Okay, let's do a curl flat. We're gonna go with a curl flat man. Slant Williams. I'll show you the play art here in a second. And we're gonna delay fade Tunyon. And to delay fade is triangle, receiver icon, which is X, and then right stick up on a tight end. They have to be on a line of scrimmage to give them the delay fade option. This will be the basic player, but we are going to motion over Williams. And you're going to have a lot of stuff open here. You're going to have triangle open on the slant once he makes that move. Devontae's going to be naked, as you can see. But here's the main thing. When we roll out and we release that check and release, the glitch is that the man follows you. He no longer guards Tunyon. So he'll be wide open if they're calling man. If for some reason they have everything guarded, and I'll show you the play art on this as well. I'll take a picture of just how I run it. And I'm just going to destroy man every time with this play too. Maybe not for a touchdown. Obviously, I think Devontae would be a touchdown there, but we're going to roll out, release that check and release, boom, he's open. If there wasn't that zone there, that would probably be the user. That's naked. If he goes to guard the crosser, you just roll out, and what you're going to be paying attention to here is, I'll go through it and I'll kind of tell you in detail what's going on here is, I'm going to be watching the guy that's manned up to Tunyon. As you can see, he kind of goes to him. You can see him right there. He's following him. He's going with him. But when I roll out, I release him. Unfortunately, I got sacked by freaking Shaquille Barrett because of the stupid game. Again, trips to this side. We're going to go ahead and do that so I have a little more space here. I'm going to block the back 90% of the time just because I don't think people are going to be stopping my routes and I want that extra protection. Okay? Here's that play art again. Boom. Going to snap it once he gets past the tackle. We're going to roll out. That guy's going to follow me. Tunyon's going to be wide open. Big yards. More often than not, you could even get a touchdown out of it. That's just a glitch in the game. As you can see how easy the reads are, but that's how I beat man out of this play. Very good. One of my favorite plays in the game. That crossing route's so good. Devontae's just probably the best receiver in the game when it comes to this, really. It's not even close. Okay, here's the basic player right there. Boom. We're going to snap it right around there. And we're good to go, man. I mean, you read here too. Boom. Low point in route. Curl flat to Valdez Scalding. Sorry, I said in route. And you can throw in routes out there too. Like, it's up to you. This is just my main scheme. This is what I do. I'm going to do game in, game out. But you can adjust. You can do different things too. As you start to figure it out and get comfortable with the scheme, you'll pick up on the defense and you'll get comfortable reading defenses and the things you need to do. But yeah, throwing this curl flat, as soon as he cuts, boom, it's there. Low point in route, or curl flat. Sorry, I keep saying in route, but boom, it's there every time. Obviously, let's go ahead and show you how open this crosser is. It's a joke how open it is. It's a touchdown. Boom, like that's just, he's gone. He's gone. Like I said, if the user guards it, you've got 3 other routes that are going to be butt naked. Okay. That's pretty simple so far. That's the offense, right? Okay, we're going to go into the run game. There's a couple different plays you can run, but we're going to press square. To get into our audibles, we're going to click the left stick right once. That's going to put us in our form close, as you can see. Now we have all our different plays set up here. I like the power O. If they're in one of these formations like Big Dime, as you can see, there's only 3 down linemen. There's a ton of cornerbacks out there. They're going to get weak boxed. And what a weak box means is that they're not matching personnel. They don't have a lot of big, strong personnel to match a heavy run formation. And it's going to lower their player's speed cap. They're going to be slower. It's going to be like they're in mud. I don't know if you can tell, just because I got insta-shedded. You know, stupid games sometimes, but yeah, that's mostly what I go to is power O. If I'm inside the 20-10, it's hard to pass there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tote the rock, man. We're gonna get those yards. You see how slow he is? Like, he's not catching me. It's like they're stupid. They've gone dumb, right? Easy stuff. That's pretty much all you have to do. Square, left stick right once, and yeah, you have your plethora run plays. I already showed you how to set that up to put them in there. And we're just gonna tote the rock when we need to, man. Like, running's all about patience, right? You gotta look where you're going. You gotta read those holes. Sometimes you can wait a little bit. You don't have to run right away. You don't have to hit a certain hole right away. Just be patient. Look what's open, and just take your yards, man. I don't usually juke. I don't usually spin. It's just it sets you up for failure. It sets you up for fumbles. It sets you up to make your guys tired. Yeah, sometimes you'll get a crazy play out of it. Sure, if you want to do it, go ahead. I don't recommend it. It's not what I do. I just like to play the game the way I do, and you know, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it for the scheme when it comes to normal offense. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the red zone, because the red zone's the hardest to pass in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and respot this ball, and let's spot it probably around the 8. Right, that's a good spot right there. Okay. I'll go ahead and call timeout, put him in a different defense here. Just because you're going to see a lot of zone in the red zone. If not, just use the man beaters. That's all you have to do. Just use the man beaters in zone, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead, we're going to put him in dime. Let's just put him in a normal nickel look. You're probably not going to see like big dime or anything in the red zone. That'd just be stupid. That'd be silly. But I usually call curl flat in the red zone. Smart route both circle, and we're going to smart route Tunyon as well. Those can get open. Devontae can get open in the middle. Tunyon closer to the sideline, maybe roll out and throw that pass. But the biggest thing is your left side. Okay, what you're going to do here is you're going to set up that smoke screen again. You're going to set Williams on a curl. Now, the reason we set that combo up is because, like I said earlier, that smoke screen is going to pull the flat out of there. Now, that flat's not going to play the curl. Curl should be open for a low point. There might be a hook curl here. Like I said, we've got all computer AI coverages out there, so things are a little bit different when you have a user out on the field. But, you know, let's say Devin White's not there, and even if he's there, boom, we can fit that in right underneath. But you're going to be looking at that curl route. You're going to be looking at your angle, look tight end. All else fails, just go power O, run that rock, you know. Power it in, man. It's hard to stop the run inside the 10. You only need a few yards. Alright, so we're just gonna fight for it, man. It's not gonna be pretty all the time. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna fight and we're gonna try to get in that end zone. If not, let's just take our 3. Let's get off the field, play some defense. Alright. Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it for the offense. It's one of the best schemes you can run. Trip set in. Go ahead and I'll send you that picture of the player. Pretty simple, nothing crazy, nothing fancy to it. You can even smart route the curl flat to get a little bit closer to the end zone. Another thing you want to do is smart route that curl. That's the play art, man. Really simple, really easy stuff. Good reads. If not, if you're struggling with it, just get another run the ball. You know, get out of there. That's the offense, man. I'll see you in a few. We'll get that defense going.